Hello everyone. The smoke of gunpowder fills the forest. It weighs over 650 pounds and stands 4 feet tall. Do you know what that monster is? Leave a comment with the number 1 and get ready to discover the exciting things awaiting you in the video. It's a once-in-a-lifetime hunt. This time, we leave Texas and head into the harsh deserts of Arabia. In 24 hours of intense action, the young hunters brought down 130 wild boars, totaling 18,000 pounds, an achievement that set the competition ablaze. The hunt took place in April, when wild boars typically move quickly in search of water sources in the Arabian desert. With a prize of over $34,000, the hunters fought not only for honor, but also to protect the land from this dangerous invasive species. The harsh temperatures, barren fields, and rampant invasive species make the Arabian desert a challenging battleground. These monsters not only devastate the pastures but also cause soil erosion, destroy irrigation systems, and inflict severe damage to goat and sheep farms. According to a 2023 report from the Alberta region, soil quality has deteriorated to the point where natural grass cannot grow, forcing locals to import feed at high costs. Meanwhile, the wild boar population is breeding out of control. A single female can give birth to over 12 piglets per litter and have 2 to 3 litters each year. What are we witnessing? And how dangerous will this invasive species become if no control measures are taken? Unlike dense forests, Arabia is a harsh land where temperatures can soar to 120 degrees during the day, making movement difficult. As a result, hunters must combine tactics and powerful weapons. They use the FN SCAR rifle, which allows for accurate shots from a distance when the prey suddenly charges. At the same time, they release Saluki dogs, a breed known for their speed in the desert, to chase the wild boars out of their hiding spots, forcing them to run toward the waiting hunters. Arabia is not a place where anyone can freely hunt wild boars. The government only permits hunting in designated areas, such as the outskirts of Riyadh, where the wild boar population is exploding, causing damage to the water resources in this arid land. With a permit, hunters are allowed to use heavy weapons and are exempt from hunting taxes if they participate in controlling the invasive species. But nothing comes for free. Only registered weapons may be used, and all hunting is monitored by the government to prevent illegal poaching. If your area has different regulations regarding wild boar hunting, leave a comment with the number 2 below. Wild boars are not easy prey. They have excellent survival instincts and often hide in thick brush to avoid detection. However, during the winter months from November to February, they move more frequently in search of food, providing a good opportunity for hunters to track them. By regulation, hunters are only allowed to hunt adult male boars, to avoid hunting females and piglets for humanitarian reasons. But the real danger arises during the daytime. Hunters must maintain a distance of at least 50 yards to reduce the risk of a sudden attack. These giant wild boars don't come from easy places. Only experienced hunters with special permits are allowed to hunt them. The harsh terrain leaves no room for mistakes. A single wrong step can turn the hunter into a target for a 400-pound monster. Experienced hunters are always mindful of the wind direction, walking against it to avoid being detected by scent, and ensuring that their shots are as accurate as possible. A strong gust of wind can even throw off the path of a bullet. The hunt has ended. The giant wild boars have been subdued by the experienced hunters. After watching the video, what new impressions do you have about wild boar hunting in Arabia? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and follow our channel so you won't miss any more thrilling hunting scenes. Switching to Canada, wolf attacks on poultry farms are on the rise, causing farmers losses of over $800,000. In Alberta, the damage peaked in 2024 when wolves breached fences and destroyed entire flocks. Some farms reported losing up to 150 chickens in just 1 week, turning what was once a minor issue into a full-blown agricultural disaster. As natural prey runs low, wolves are moving closer to residential areas, not only attacking livestock, but also increasing environmental pollution by 20 to 50% each year. Are you ready to join the battle between hunters and wolves? If so, leave a comment with the number 1.
What are they doing? Yeah, and the real big one in the back's probably the one that's the alpha.
Check around your home to see if there are any threats. To combat this growing danger, farmers and the Canadian government have implemented defensive measures, including reinforced fences and barriers. However, these are only temporary solutions, as the notoriously adaptive invasive species always finds ways to overcome security measures. Before diving into the dramatic moments, it's important to know that in Alberta and Saskatchewan, hunters use foot traps to control the growing wolf population. However, this method is controversial due to humanitarian concerns. While effective, many argue it is inhumane, leading conservationists to call for alternative deterrent measures. Canadian law requires trappers to have a permit, and violations can result in fines of up to $25,000. Do you agree with this viewpoint? Leave a comment below to join the discussion. With the procedures complete, it's time to set the traps. Hunters track wolf tracks near water sources or livestock areas, always placing the traps downwind to avoid detection. Steel traps, size 3 or 4, are dyed, waxed, and buried just below the surface, secured with steel stakes. A bait mixture of rotten meat, scent glands, and feathers finishes off the trap. Safety is the top priority, and hunters must approach from the side, wear gloves, and check the traps every 24 hours as required by law. Have you ever trapped a wolf? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a 0. Do you trust this type of trap, or would you choose a non-lethal, safer option that many inexperienced people still use? Over the past 5 years, wolf traps in Canada have significantly reduced livestock damage, with poultry attacks decreasing by 30%. The number of people licensed to set traps has risen to over 2,500, most of whom operate in remote areas of Alberta and Saskatchewan, far from residential areas. Foot traps remain the primary method, ensuring a high success rate while strictly adhering to wildlife management laws. If you find this method effective, don't hesitate to hit like. The dry branches rustle as the hunter crouches low, blending into the muted colors of the wilderness. Camouflage is everything. One mistake, and the hunter becomes the prey. Wolves are carnivores, and in this remote corner of Canada's forest, they strike without warning. Unlike traps, this game requires patience. With a clear line of sight up to 200 feet, the hunter must aim with precision to ensure a humane kill. An electronic call device mimics the sound of a wounded rabbit, luring the predator closer. Heat. What have you learned from watching this video? An important lesson in wolf hunting is to understand your target before pulling the trigger. Predicting their behavior is just as crucial as shooting skills. At the same time, always respect hunting laws and safety regulations. Ready? Go back and take a closer look at wolf behavior, tracking techniques, and strategies from the experts. Check out the reports on invasive species and the hunting forums from experts. Are you ready to step into the wilderness, test your instincts, and master the hunt? Leave a comment with the number 1 if you found this video fascinating, and share your thoughts to enhance the experience in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any content. The North American mountain goat is a native mammal of North America, living in high mountain ranges and rugged terrains. In the United States, they are primarily found in the states of Idaho and Wyoming. Mountain goats can impact the vegetation of high-altitude areas, causing soil erosion and altering the local ecosystem. Would you like to learn more about how these mountain goats are causing harm to North America? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. Although there are no specific statistics on traffic accidents involving mountain goats, the presence of this invasive species on mountain passes can pose a danger to drivers, especially when encountering these large animals unexpectedly. Weighing up to 300 pounds, a collision with a mountain goat could cause the driver to lose control, potentially leading to serious accidents. From that perspective, hunting mountain goats is no longer just a sport. It becomes a grueling challenge, demanding physical endurance, climbing skills, and patience. Only about 1,000 to 1,500 mountain goat hunting permits are issued each year in the United States, making it one of the most challenging and prestigious hunts. So, what drives hunters to pursue this? Unlike hunting deer or wild boar, hunting mountain goats requires hunters to scale heights of over 1,164 miles, where the thin air and harsh weather can cause unprepared individuals to collapse. December, when the leaves fall from the Montana mountains, is the ideal time to hunt mountain goats. The adult males are covered in thick white fur to prepare for the harsh winter. Hunters begin their journey by climbing rocky cliffs, where this invasive species resides. An adult can weigh between 154 to 308 pounds, with a sturdy body and sharp hooves that help them cling to the rocks. After 4 hours of tracking, a hunter spots a large male standing on the edge of a cliff 250 yards away. With strong winds and slippery terrain, a missed shot could send the goat plummeting from the cliff, hundreds of meters below, ruining the meat and valuable hide. Have you ever hunted mountain goats? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a 0.
Here he comes.
The .38 Winchester round hit its target, bringing the goat down within seconds. However, the carcass hanging precariously on the edge of the cliff posed a major challenge for the hunters. They quickly tied a rope around the animal's body and moved cautiously to avoid any accidents. After more than 3 hours of effort, they finally managed to lower the carcass to flat ground. Time was not on their side, as the harsh weather could cause the meat to begin decomposing, attracting predators. On site, they quickly processed the goat meat, dividing it into smaller portions that were easier to transport. Mountain goat hunting is not just a hunt. You won't uncover all the mysterious stories behind it without watching this video. Due to the danger involved and the limited number of permits, securing one is highly competitive, sometimes taking 3 to 5 years to obtain. So, why do hunters want a mountain goat hunting permit? The value of a large mountain goat can reach up to $4,400. If it were you, would you keep it for yourself to enjoy or sell it for a profit? But then, another threat emerged: bears. The natural predators of the mountain goats have returned in astounding numbers. In Yellowstone alone, the wolf population has increased by more than 50% over the past 10 years, causing a sharp decline in the mountain goat numbers. A new hunt has begun. Mountain goat hunting is part of the sustainable hunting culture in North America. It helps control wildlife populations, protect ecosystems, and provides an unforgettable experience for those brave enough to face it. But the question is, will mountain goat hunting still exist in the next 10 years, or will it be a thing of the past? Like and subscribe to support us. Check out the next video. The Komodo dragon is one of the most terrifying invasive species in the world that you may not know about. They are fierce, carnivorous reptiles with incredibly strong jaws and serrated teeth like sharks. Descendants of dinosaurs, they have a powerful bite and prefer prey like deer, goats, and sometimes even humans. When food is scarce, Komodo dragons are ready to eat their own kind. What do you think about the terrifying power of the Komodo dragon? If you want to learn more, leave a comment with the number 1 to explore the next video. They can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh around 350 pounds, consuming up to 80% of their body weight in a single meal. That means a 220-pound Komodo dragon can devour 176 pounds of raw meat at once. Not only do they eat meat, but they can also swallow bones, even those from large animals like buffalo. While their vision and hearing are poor, they make up for it with an incredibly sensitive sense of smell, operating through their tongue. When they stick out their tongue to sense the air, They can detect carcasses or prey from over 6 miles away. Faced with the brutal attacks from Komodo dragons, the Indonesian government could not stand idly by. This invasive species had spread fear across the islands, turning peaceful villages into hunting grounds. The government could not allow more wildlife to face extinction, so they took action. In collaboration with the WWF, an unprecedented campaign to control the Komodo dragon population was launched.
Mantap. Mantap bang, kena bang.
But don't be mistaken, this is not your average hunt. It's a battle between humans and a prehistoric reptile. Only the most elite hunters are granted permits to shoot a Komodo dragon. Hunting licenses are strictly limited, only issued to 30 to 80 individuals per year after passing rigorous tests. Each permit costs between $2,000 and $4,500. But money isn't the only price they must pay. A single moment of distraction could turn you into the prey.
Mantap. That's it bang. Oh iya. Oke bang. Oke. Mantap. Bismillah.
Do you have the courage to face the largest, most terrifying invasive species on the planet? Hunters use large caliber rifles like the .338 Lapua Magnum or .375 H&H Magnum to ensure maximum accuracy and effective control of the situation. Personal protective equipment is a must. Hunters not only carry weapons, but also wear full-body armor, bite-resistant gloves, and puncture-proof boots to ensure safety when approaching this creature. Do you agree with using this method? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a comment with the number 0. No one hunts alone. Hunters always work in teams of 3 to 5 people, employing clever tactics and using bait, such as goat or pig meat, to lure the Komodo dragons into the most advantageous position. Although the control campaign has helped reduce livestock attacks by 55% and dangerous encounters with humans by 30%, the threat is far from over. The Komodo dragon is becoming increasingly intelligent and adaptable, likely to pose an even greater challenge in the future.
Jumping bang. Mantap.
In addition to control measures, the government has strengthened survival training programs. Locals are taught how to recognize signs of the invasive species, identify their hunting behavior, and upgrade livestock fencing systems to reduce the risk of encounters. The battle between humans and Komodo dragons continues, with no clear end in sight.
Mantap. That's it. Mantap.
What do you think about this issue? Is hunting the only solution, or do we need to explore a different path? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to share the video so you won't miss the latest updates on this ongoing battle. And next, be sure to watch the upcoming video to explore new solutions with us. These measures have been highly effective in preventing the spread of some invasive species. Do you have any better ideas? Leave them in the comments so we can discuss together. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, make sure to tell your friends about the channel so they can explore too. Goodbye, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hello everyone. With an estimated 130,000 hippos roaming the waters of Africa, these massive creatures pose significant challenges to local ecosystems and communities as their population continues to rise. The question is, how do American hunters approach the complexities of managing such a powerful animal? Are you ready to explore the fascinating world of hippo hunting? Leave a comment with the number 1 to learn more. With an estimated 1.5 million hippos in the United States, the hippo population has become a serious issue for humans. According to research by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, this species reproduces rapidly, with hundreds of hippos being born each year. They are quadrupedal animals that can live both on land and in water, and they can swim at speeds of up to 30 kilometers/. Every year in the U.S., around 200 hippo attacks on tourist boats are reported, and the estimated cost of repairing boats damaged by these attacks is up to $3 million USD. A group of kayakers was enjoying a fun outing on the water when they accidentally entered a hippo habitat. Suddenly, a hippo attacked one of the group members, flipping his kayak. At that moment, the man remained calm and slapped the water hard to distract the animal. Fortunately, thanks to his ingenuity and agility, he escaped the attack and was quickly assisted to reach the shore safely. However, this incident serves as a strong warning to anyone planning to picnic on the rivers of the United States without proper safety supervision. In response to this issue, the U.S. government has launched an extreme hunting campaign to mitigate this threat. Hippos have caused numerous problems in Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. According to statistics from 2023, around 1,500 hippos were dealt with in the United States to reduce accidents and conflicts with humans. This campaign was carried out with the participation of over 300 professional hunters from South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Canada. In harsh environments like the swamps of the United States, hunters must meet strict health requirements. Hunters must be at least 21 years old to participate, ensuring they are mature and experienced enough to handle dangerous situations. To obtain a hunting license for a hippo weighing around 1,800 kilograms, hunters must have at least 5 years of hunting experience and complete weapons training. The swamp terrain makes movement difficult, so hunters must travel in groups of 3 to 5 people to ensure safety. Hippo hunting permits are usually valid during the dry season, from May to November, when the water levels in swampy areas are lower, making it easier for hunters to access hippo habitats. Hunters must move carefully and flexibly in this environment, as swamp areas are often concealed by trees, and if they are not well hidden, they can easily be spotted by the animals. Hunters need to use light vehicles, such as small boats or rafts, to navigate the water, combined with tools like GPS and high-powered binoculars to accurately locate the hippos from a distance, while always remaining vigilant to avoid dangers from the harsh surrounding environment.
Right now. Clear out.
Hunters in the United States primarily use large caliber rifles, such as the 375H Magnum or the 458 Winchester Magnum, chosen for their ability to handle the massive body mass of hippos. The use of these powerful rifles ensures a quick and humane takedown of the hippos. Hunters aim at a standard range of 50 to 100 yards.
See, he's walking now.
Shoot again. Thank you.
Hunting licenses are issued by the Fish and Wildlife Service or licensed hunting organizations. After participating in hunting, hunters can receive support for hunting expenses up to $1,000, which includes the cost of the license and a portion of travel expenses, provided they fully comply with regulations and report the hunting results to authorities within 24 hours. This reporting helps authorities closely monitor hippo populations, assess the impact of hunting on conservation efforts, and ensure that hunting takes place within permitted limits. Hunters who fail to comply with this regulation and do not fully report the number of hippos they have taken down may face fines of up to $5,000 and could have their hunting licenses revoked. This policy is designed to ensure responsible hunting and maintain ecological balance.
Good shot.
Reload. Oh, that got him good.
Hippo hunting in the United States is supported by the majority of the public for safety reasons. If you support this hunting activity, please comment with the number 1. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below so we can answer your questions. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Share this video with many people and subscribe to the channel for good luck. Stay tuned for a surprise coming right up. Collisions with vehicles caused by invasive species are no longer uncommon, with 2 million deer in Central America posing a major threat to air traffic. A plane colliding with a deer during landing could result in a fire in the propeller. The noise of a motorcycle cannot prevent a collision with a 90 kilograms wild boar. This invasive species has caused a significant impact, which is why the government has implemented LED signs with updated information about the presence of wild boars, along with traffic apps or emergency messages from local authorities when wild boars appear. Which option do you choose? Leave a comment with the number 1 below.
Hostia puta. Joder.
Trains need to brake at least 1.5 to 2 miles before a serious incident occurs. This time it was just a minor incident. But if it were an invasive species like an elephant, would the train driver have enough time to react? Rapid response training for train drivers is also an important factor in protecting passengers on the train. What happens when a small bird collides with a helicopter blade? The impact from such a minor collision can bend and damage the blade, causing serious imbalance, and in the worst-case scenario, it could lead to a helicopter crash. Be prepared to parachute in case of an emergency. Rescuing a stray dog on the highway, although it may seem like a good deed, is actually very dangerous. Stopping or acting inappropriately could put others at risk. Think carefully before taking action. Installing kangaroo warning signs on major roads is an important step in raising driver awareness. However, everyone needs to take the initiative to slow down to 45 miles per hour to ensure safety. When bison become agitated and attack continuously, the situation becomes dangerous. In this case, people should not move their vehicle but stay inside to ensure safety.
Oh, we got insurance. Oh, shit. That wasn't
Oh, shit. God, did he hit him? Yes.
The most common place to encounter mountain lions is along the roadways. They can attack you without warning, so don't open your car door if you're driving through these areas to protect yourself from predators. I know that crocodiles are often considered the rulers of swamps, but why are they now appearing near residential areas? Oh my goodness, their presence near major roads is a warning sign of the uncontrolled increase of this invasive species. In areas near swamps, pay attention to crocodile warning signs and drive slowly to easily observe them. I know that crocodiles are often considered the rulers of swamps, but why are they now appearing near residential areas? Oh my goodness, their presence near major roads is a warning sign of the uncontrolled increase of this invasive species. In areas near swamps, pay attention to crocodile warning signs and drive slowly to easily observe them.
He took the whole bag! He ate the whole. We're gonna put the window up on Susie's side. Yeah, because that ostrich is like right.
When moving, you should keep your car door closed to avoid unwanted guests. Elephants are one of the largest animals and are ranked among the gentlest in the wild, but when threatened, they will attack you at any time. It's best to maintain a safe distance of 100 yards to protect yourself from danger. Repairs can cost as much as a new car, but more importantly, are you safe? These snakes seem to naturally consider the highway a safe place to travel. Whether honking helps reduce the impact is a big question, but the truth is that noise doesn't easily scare snakes away. Help us find a solution to this problem by commenting below.
Made it so far.
At a major race in Singapore, the unexpected appearance of lizards on the track caused disruption. Organizers need to strengthen the security system to control the track, ensuring that no animals appear to pose a danger to participants. As we wrap up this risky journey for drivers, what valuable lessons have you learned about collisions with invasive species? Leave your answer or any advice for drivers in the comments below. Thank you for following this journey. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to look forward to the next episodes. These approaches have been effective in halting the spread of some invasive species. Do you have any better ideas to solve this issue? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss them together. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to tell your friends about us so they can check out the video too. Goodbye and see you in the next video.
Welcome to today's video. Florida is on red alert. The most dangerous invasive species in the U.S., wild boars, have moved deeper into residential areas. Will American hunters be able to stop them in time? Leave a comment with the number 1 to watch now. Florida is facing a serious crisis with one of the most dangerous invasive species in the U.S. Once primarily found in swamps, they are now moving into suburban neighborhoods and approaching major shopping centers across the state. There have been more than 30 confirmed attacks on people, including several cases where residents were charged by wild boars while walking to their cars in parking lots. Warning signs about wild boars have been placed along highways 98 and I-4, but they seem to have little effect. Fortunately, those injured have been rushed to the hospital in time. Many believe that a combination of urban expansion, abandoned agricultural land, and climate change has caused the wild boar population to explode uncontrollably. Without natural predators and with their rapid reproduction rate, up to 2 litters per year, wild boars have become a major issue. To deal with this invasive species, hunters in Florida are using precise tools like the .308 rifle, a powerful weapon for boar hunting that can take down a charging boar with a single accurate shot. Completing a certified wild boar hunting course in Florida is mandatory. This course, lasting 8 to 12 hours, teaches skills like tracking, firearm safety, and essential evasion tactics, and has helped reduce injury rates by 40% among licensed hunters. Can you trust your instincts when faced with a 300-pound, about 136 kilo wild boar charging at you at 30 miles per hour, 48 km/h. Florida's first wild boar hunting season began with chaotic nighttime hunts. Hunters entered the swamps armed and ready, and over 1,200 boars were taken down in the first 2 weeks. However, the chaos of low visibility night hunts, close encounters, and a high accident rate led authorities to move the activity to daylight hours. Now only 500 daytime hunting permits are issued statewide each season. Have you hunted wild boars? If you have, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a 5. The heat of Florida's summer, combined with the thick humidity of the swampy terrain, turns every hunt into a battle against both the invasive species and the environment. Small groups now wade through the swamp under the scorching sun, wearing dark clothing to help dissipate body heat during the summer. If you have a more effective method to share with hunters to help them successfully hunt wild boars, every suggestion is greatly appreciated. Florida hunters have learned the hard way that wild boars don't follow any rules. They have developed ambush tactics to avoid direct confrontations, and seasoned hunters now use a clever strategy of baiting with corn to lure boars from the swamps to prepared hunting areas. This method has been successfully used for over 15 years and remains effective to this day. It is especially suited for bow hunting, allowing hunters to shoot accurately from 30 to 50 yards, 27 to 45 meter, without the noise or pollution that firearms cause. Could this be the most ethical way to hunt invasive wild boars in today's world? This time, Florida hunters are determined not to risk letting the boar issue spiral out of control. As a result, the state has launched one of the largest coordinated wild boar hunts ever, supported by GPS technology to pinpoint the exact locations of the invasive species. Hunters are assigned to the Big Cypress National Preserve and part of the Oyola Wildlife Management Area, where group hunting with firearms is allowed under strict supervision. Each group must record their location within the designated boundaries and report the number of boars taken down. If a hunter strays outside the designated area or violates hunting limits, they will be fined $1,000, have their weapons confiscated, and be banned from hunting statewide for a year. Do you think these strict measures are enough? Or have we already lost the battle against the invasive species we created? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more real stories from the front lines of America's most intense conflicts, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the next episode. Footage captured by cameras shows the severity of deer attacks in residential areas across the UK, especially in Scotland. Statistics reveal that the UK currently has around 2 million deer, with approximately 400,000 in Scotland. As the deer population increases, They are increasingly invading urban areas in search of food, leading to attacks on homes, schools, and shops. Are you ready to learn how people are dealing with deer? Leave a comment with the number 1 to get started. In 2018 alone, over 150 reports of deer attacking buildings were filed, typically occurring during the winter when they wander into residential areas. They often attack glass windows out of fear, mistaking their own reflection for a rival. It is estimated that the average damage caused by deer in Scotland amounts to around $1.2 million annually, affecting both infrastructure and the daily lives of residents. In the UK, the deer hunting season runs from October 1 to December 31st each year. Hunters must have a valid license issued by the Wildlife Management Agency, and only those 18 years or older are eligible to apply for a license. Not all deer species are allowed to be hunted. Red deer and fallow deer are permitted, while white deer are protected and cannot be hunted. Each license allows hunters to take up to 120 deer per season.
Nice shot.
Permitted hunting areas include the New Forest and Shawwood Forest, while hunting is prohibited in the Lake District and Peak District. Hunters must strictly adhere to these regulations to ensure safety and avoid having their licenses revoked. Scotland is renowned for its mountainous areas and dense forests, providing ideal conditions for deer hunting. Many areas rise up to 3,000 feet, about 914 meters, with trails and rocky terrain that make it challenging for hunters to move around. Therefore, they need to study terrain maps carefully to identify safe routes and avoid accident-prone areas. Hunting in groups not only ensures safety, but also offers opportunities for mutual support in case of emergencies. At least 3 to 4 people should move together, maintaining close proximity for easy communication. This approach helps hunters coordinate more effectively when tracking and ambushing deer. Weather conditions, with temperatures dropping to 20 degrees around 6 degrees Celsius in winter, require hunters to use rifles with calibers ranging from 270 to 30.06, along with scopes magnified from 8x to 10x to spot targets from a distance. Heavy rain can wet the ground and make movement difficult, while strong winds can reduce the ability to hear deer in the brush. Using high-quality binoculars allows hunters to observe deer from afar without getting too close, minimizing unwanted situations. Do you agree with hunting deer with rifles? If so, leave a comment with the number 2.
Hit him. Jacking him. Yep. Smoked him.
Deer hunting must be carried out in an organized manner and in compliance with wildlife management regulations. Respecting the environment and animals includes maintaining cleanliness, not littering, and only hunting healthy deer. Strict regulations have helped the city of Richmond in the UK significantly reduce deer attacks in residential areas, with damage reduced by up to 40%. After hunting, hunters are responsible for collecting the deer to ensure control and prevent illegal hunting. Illegal hunting can result in fines up to $10,000 and possible imprisonment. Hunters should avoid overhunting to protect wildlife resources.
dead.
Illegal trading of deer antlers for personal purposes must also be prevented to maintain the sustainability of the ecosystem. In addition to the above information, hunters are responsible for their hunting activities and must stay updated on the latest deer hunting regulations in Scotland through the Scottish Natural Heritage (SNH) website. By April 2024, there will be some changes in deer hunting activities in Scotland, so hunters need to stay closely informed.
He went down all right.
That's all the information about deer hunting in Scotland, UK. If you found this information useful, leave a comment with the number 1. If you have any opinions, feel free to comment below and we'll respond. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest news about hunting activities around the world. Stay tuned. These approaches have been very effective in preventing the spread of some invasive species. Do you have any ideas for better solutions? Leave your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss together. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to share with your friends so they can watch too. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.
Down like a clam.
In a quiet night in the African wilderness, camper Danny was suddenly attacked by a hyena. He quickly used his instincts, wrapping a blanket around his head to protect himself, and fortunately, the hyena let go. Danny was injured, but was helped by his friends and taken to the hospital. This story highlights the ever-present danger in the wild and the importance of being prepared. Are you ready to join the hyena hunting journey? If you are, comment 1. After the attack, a wave of hyena attacks on farms began as they searched for stronger food sources. Research organizations have pointed out that the devastating wildfires in 2019 in the wilderness areas of Kenya and Botswana forced many hyenas to leave their natural habitats. These fires drove them to agricultural lands, where over 3,000 cows and 1,500 buffaloes were brutally attacked, causing an estimated damage of up to $4 million. Their relentless predatory instincts not only harmed the livestock industry, but also posed a deadly threat to humans if they came too close. Always stay alert. To address the increase in hyena attacks, African governments have allowed controlled hunting to protect humans and livestock. The areas where hyena hunting is permitted include the savanna regions of Kenya, Botswana, and Tanzania, where more than 2,000 hyenas are allowed to be hunted each year under strict regulations. Hunters must be equipped with rifles and enough ammunition to carry out the hunt safely. Preparation starts 3 hours before the hunt takes place at night when the predators are most active. Hunters often use decoys, such as animal carcasses or sound-emitting devices that mimic prey, to lure the hyenas. Once the hyenas are attracted, they will return. Safety is paramount when hunting hyenas, and hunters should never go alone. It's important to go in teams of 2 or more to ensure mutual support in case of danger. Maintaining a safe distance of at least 50 yards between hunters is essential to prevent accidents while covering a wider area. Because the hunt takes place in low light conditions, binoculars are essential for clear vision. Hunters must have at least 5 years of experience to participate. In addition to a hunting license, a special night hunting permit is also required to ensure the safety of the hunters. In the silence of the wild, setting up camp is crucial to avoid detection by hyenas and to conceal the scent of the hunters. Authorities quickly set up a tent, a camouflage shelter that blends into the rugged landscape. The light green and brown tones help hunters avoid detection by prey, while also keeping them safe from other dangerous predators lurking nearby. The tent is designed for hunters, compact and easy to set up, yet durable enough to withstand whatever may happen during the night or in harsh weather conditions. Yes, I understand. The environment in South Africa is indeed dangerous, and hyenas are just one of many threats. Their powerful jaws and nocturnal habits make them particularly challenging to hunt. The hunting of hyenas, though a small portion of the overall hunting activity, is done with caution. With the hunting regulations in place, the population of hyenas has decreased significantly, from 2,000 to around 1,200 in just a few months. Hunters must have a deep understanding of their behavior to hunt them safely and effectively.
Oh man, look at that.
After each hunt, hunters are responsible for collecting the hyenas, an act that is humane and helps maintain the balance of the natural environment. To enhance safety, the South African government should implement measures to build fences to separate suburban areas from the wilderness, reducing the risk of hyena attacks on humans. These fences should be at least 10 feet tall to prevent attacks. Additionally, installing durable fences that can last for many years would provide a long-term solution. These methods have helped South Africa avoid the dangers of hyena attacks. If you have any good methods to share, please leave them in the comments below for the people of South Africa. Thank you for always following us, and please continue watching the video. These methods have been very effective in stopping the spread of certain invasive species. If you have any ideas for better solutions, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments so we can explore them together. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. If you liked it, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to tell your friends so they can watch it too. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.
The European black squirrel is an invasive animal that the United States has faced since the 19th century. Since 1851, they first appeared in the United States when several species of squirrels were released at the Central Park Zoo in New York. From there, they quickly adapted to the new environment and reproduced at breakneck. This squirrel species is native to Europe, Asia, and North Africa. They are famous for their high adaptability and good health, are larger in size than Native American chipmunks, and are even more resistant to disease. black squirrels became an invasive species in the United States primarily due to a lack of natural predators in the new environment. European black squirrel populations thrive in areas with abundant resources, vegetation and food sources. They often appear in both urban and suburban areas, where there are sufficient food sources including beans, corn, and trees. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the European black squirrel population currently numbers about 200 million in the United States and is one of the most common invasive animals. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the European black squirrel population currently numbers about 200 million in the United States and is one of the most common invasive animals. Black squirrels not only cause a lot of damage to crops, infrastructure, and natural habitats, but also affect people's daily lives. They enjoy eating a variety of crops such as corn, peanuts, wheat, and fruit trees, and can damage buildings and infrastructure such as power lines and water pipes. European black squirrels can also carry diseases that infect native animals, creating a significant challenge to U.S. biodiversity. Although European black squirrels have become an indispensable part of everyday life, they still pose a major challenge to protecting the environment and maintaining the natural balance in the United States. Hunting of invasive European black squirrels has become a popular control method, widely implemented in many states, especially in areas with high European squirrel densities, such as urban and rural areas. Hunting usually takes place in the summer when squirrels are storing food for the winter. Hunters use professional hunting tools to ensure high efficiency in dealing with invasive European black squirrels. European black squirrel hunters need special skills, such as the ability to locate squirrels and precise hunting skills. However, safety is always the most important factor during hunting, because European black squirrels can be dangerous and not easy to deal with. Hunters need to be careful in all situations, ensuring personal protection with equipment such as helmets, handrails, and protective pads.
Yep, up. That's why I'm a shotgun guy.
This regulation applies not only to hunters, but also to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Keeping the European black squirrel population stable is an important goal, which must go hand in hand with compliance with hunter guidelines and predictions. In their journey to hunt for European black squirrels, hunters often operate in areas where hunting is allowed and have a habit of operating during the day. European black squirrels often appear in places with lots of vegetation and abundant food sources, such as parks, forests, and gardens. The hunting process begins when the hunter locates the European black squirrel. They need speed and flexibility to quickly make the decision to shoot or use traps to catch squirrels. Hunting not only requires skill and precision, but also requires compliance with regulations to ensure safety and maintain natural balance. This poses quite a challenge because European black squirrels are resistant and resilient to the threat of humans. Therefore, hunters need to be careful and follow safety measures when handling them after successfully catching them. The harvesting process is the next step, requiring hunters to comply with local regulations regarding the handling and use of squirrels. European black squirrels can be used for food or fur, depending on the purpose. The number of invasive European black squirrels that a community can hunt each day depends on many factors, such as the skill of the hunter, squirrel density in the area, and weather conditions. According to estimates, a hunter can hunt about 10 to 20 European black squirrels per day. After 1 year of hunting measures, European black squirrel populations can decline by about 10 to 20%, depending on many factors such as control effectiveness, initial population size, and level of pressure. Use other measures. This is a positive step forward in the control of European black squirrels. However, it should be noted that hunting is only one part of a series of control measures. Hunting of invasive European black squirrels plays an important role in controlling their numbers. However, to ensure effective and safe implementation, local regulations and guidelines must be strictly followed. Consideration and respect for nature is an important factor in maintaining ecological balance and minimizing negative impacts on the environment. Hunting European black squirrels is not only an effective control measure, but also a process that requires mature skill and respect for the natural environment. Only by fully complying with regulations can we maintain the balance between humans and nature in this process. If you liked this video, please comment number 1 below now so we can post more interesting videos every day. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to meet you again.
Not too shabby.
Grasshoppers have been present in the United States for thousands of years. Grasshopper fossils have been found in various regions of the United States, including California, Nevada, and Utah. Grasshoppers and the like have caused serious damage, eating up millions of acres of crops. Researchers collected grasshopper samples from fields and developed drugs to treat them. Farmers also use a variety of methods to reduce the number of locusts in their fields, including operating sprayers and even using aircraft to treat larger areas. According to a study by the United States Department of Agriculture, pesticides have helped reduce grasshopper damage to crops by 80 to 90%. Research also shows that pesticides help prevent widespread locust outbreaks, which would have caused significant damage to the agricultural sector since the 2000s. Grasshopper populations have grown again due to warmer and drier climates in many areas of the United States, creating favorable conditions for locusts to sprint. Intensive farming, which involves growing the same crop on a large scale, has created a favorable environment for locust outbreaks. Grasshoppers began to breed everywhere in the fields. A female grasshopper can lay 100 to 200 eggs during the breeding season. They lay eggs in the soil, usually at a depth of about 2 to 4 centimeters. Then the eggs hatch into pupae after about 2 to 3 weeks. The pupa will develop into an adult grasshopper in the next 2 to 3 weeks. In 2021, a large locust swarm broke out in the western United States. This war against locusts has brought billions of locusts into play, causing crop devastation in many states, including Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and Oregon. Damage caused by locust swarms is estimated to reach billions of dollars in fields. Dense locusts can travel about 5 miles in one go and eat all kinds of plants and grass along the way. The fields they pass through often become desert, leaving only bare soil and destroyed vegetation. Not only eating grass and plants in fields, grasshoppers also attack trees on farms. The locusts were so dense that the leaves on the trees were almost invisible. Over the past 26 years or so, locust populations have rebounded, causing billions of dollars in damage to farms and farmers. Once again, people face a locust invasion, as happened decades ago. Grasshoppers have faced American farmers' top pesticides. Research on fungi from grasshopper corpses has been used to create locust medicine. This method has helped deal with locust populations and has had a great effect so far. Locust medicine has been researched and developed into a more powerful medicine to deal with them. Important in this process is the precision in applying insect sizes in locust nev or adults. Divide the development stage of grasshoppers into different stages, with a special point being that grasshoppers become larger, making them more susceptible to the effects of pesticides. Choosing a time frame with dry conditions to apply pesticides will increase the effectiveness of the pesticide and minimize the impact on the environment. To avoid adverse consequences in the ecosystem, it is necessary to ensure uniform distribution of pesticides across the entire field to destroy the entire locust population. By prioritizing uniform coverage, the likelihood of missed areas is minimized, thereby contributing to more effective control. This strategy also recognizes and acknowledges the potential negative effects of excessive pesticide use. Balancing pesticide use is important to prevent unintended harm to non-target species. Adopting this approach requires responsible stewardship consistent with sustainable agricultural practices that promote both crop and environmental protection. Management should prioritize the use of personal protective equipment, PPE, when applying pesticides. This measure not only ensures worker safety, but also complies with safety regulations. Use PPE including gloves, masks, and protective clothing, which provide a protective barrier against potential health risks associated with handling pesticides. Implementing these detailed strategies, Farmers can optimize locust control effectiveness and minimize their ecological footprint at the same time. This includes balancing agricultural productivity with environmental responsibility, which is paramount in promoting sustainable and resilient farming practices. When the number of locusts destroyed exceeds the number of locusts that reproduce, reducing the locust population becomes more effective.
South Asia, authorities in India are deploying their own buzzing weapon. Drones are being used to spray insecticides on the flying pet. This year is especially severe, the worst in several decades. Swarms. Scientists say climate change has contributed to this year's areas, eating every plant and leaf in sight. They'll strip trees, and it's estimated that India's locusts could cause billions of dollars in losses.
Pesticides directly kill grasshoppers and can also reduce their ability to reproduce. As the number of locusts decreases, the threat to crops is also reduced, helping to protect farmers from losses. If you liked this video, please comment number 1 below now so we can post more interesting videos every day. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to meet